Jimmy, can you talk about how you had like a team of handlers who were like planning for you to get on the show like before Fishtank started? Can you talk about that?
I never had like a team of handlers really. It's just more like we were all part of the same fan group. I made onto the show, they didn't, and so it was like, okay, LOL. So since I found you, the Craigslist ad, can you do some of this stuff for me? And I explained to him, hey, some of this is too extreme, but I got you.
Did they help?
So some of it I ran with.
They helped you find the Craigslist ad?
Yeah, like Goon here found the Craigslist ad. He's Mephisto. And so it's like I fucking owed him for finding the ad.
You didn't owe me anything. You didn't owe me anything. And the fact that we even made the manifesto was just a funny little fucking thing we did just because we thought it was stupid. And honestly, the whole thing was for you to go on and be yourself.
I read it.
So
it was. We literally wrote that in like an hour.
Wait. So you thought it
Go for
was no. There's more to that. There's you didn't think it was just stupid. There was more of a deliberate, calculated plan to that. I know that.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
There
what do you think it was?
Doing like my own shit, and then them just saying like, "LOL," try to incorporate this shit.
You had a whole team of people who already knew about Fishtank, and it was calculated.
The team of people.
Who was the team?
Like 3 people.
Hold on. I really want to know, like, what do you think? Like, what? Because you obviously have an idea in mind, right?
No, I have an idea in mind, but I'm talking about what can you say about it? About that calculated plan? Because obviously it was calculated.
I'll tell you the truth. I was out on leave from work, and I just had way too much time on my hands. There really isn't much more to it than that. Like, that was pretty much it. The guy wanted to get on Fishtank. I thought he was just crazy enough that it might work, and it did. And we really didn't plan much beyond that.
Now imagine some guy.
So when you say no, there's more to that though. You're omitting stuff. You're omitting things.
I can explain it.
Explain it.
So that's his side of the story. So now imagine some guy DMs you being like, "Yo, I got some guy on Fishtank." Naturally, you don't believe it, but then you believe it.
Yeah.
Because he's on Fishtank.
So
and at that point,
are you friends of Jimmy, or was this something that are you internet people that just reach out to Jimmy? Are you actually friends with Jimmy?
Jimmy was in our group for a few years now. One of the things on the manifesto that's probably confusing to everyone is we wanted him to shout out Ayana De Simone, who was his in real life friend who brought him into the group. And she passed away last year, so that was one of the codes. There was like 3 of us, right, that wrote the bits, and Goon did all of the handling, right, of keeping in contact with Jimmy. We kept that to a lower end because Jimmy wasn't the most active poster in the group, but the group was an MDE group. Do you want to know anything else?
Yeah. So is it? Are you guys malicious in terms of like malicious towards MDE?
Not in any way, shape, or form.
Fuck no.
I am.
No. Okay, elaborate on that.
We're literal super fans. We follow him. We just listen to everything he puts out. I bought his book that he bought a bicycle with. You know, like I'm a fan.
I wouldn't call myself a super fan.
Cringe
I enjoyed.
And that's what Sam said our manifesto is. So
yeah.
That, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself. No, I just wouldn't call myself a super fan because I probably didn't follow NBA as long as a lot of people. Honestly, I just happened upon this group because I'm Facebook friends with a lot of mutual people who were in that group, and I just kind of happened upon them earlier this year, especially through Fishtank. I believe Mamba actually hooked me up with a lot of random Fishtank fans, and Jimmy happened to be one of them. And like we were in the Fishtank Facebook group. We had like a group chat. And honestly, they were all like, I don't know, they were all kind of annoying a little bit, and Jimmy just kind of stood out.
Are you friends with Jimmy, or are you just kind of like, was it like a thing like, oh, here's Jimmy, and we're gonna like send him out to Fishtank?
Jimmy knew all those other guys.
Are you okay? So
yeah.
Explain
like
more
mutuals.
about that.
Like we became friends through mutuals. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so like I had no clues, and even an MDE fan group, my friend Ayana just told me like, "Hey, look, I know that you like to shitpost, you hate being censored. Just go to this group." And it was like, bet, because like I would know about Sam Hyde through the memes and shit. I've always wanted to watch MDE, but I've never had the time or money to watch MDE. So it's like I had like a basic understanding of Sam Hyde and who he was. I was more so a fan of Fishtank. Because when it went from Guy Heaven to then the Fishtank group, that's when I became much more involved. Because when I first saw Fishtank, I was like hooked.
Yeah.
You were hooked.
Actually, though,
that's
are you being
no,
honest?
no pun intended. Like, yeah, like I had no clue that there was an MDE group. I really didn't even know who MDE was until like I hung out with that one friend of mine who I introduced to you guys. Like he was the one who like told me like, oh yeah, so I'm surprised you've never heard of like $1 Million Streamer, like watched his show, and it's like, huh, I never knew Sam had a show until then. I just thought he was like an internet guy who had like world peace, but I didn't know that MDE was like a lot older than world peace.
Guy Heaven isn't even really an MDE group. I mean, it's split off from an MDE group, but it was like
Hey, can I
people
ask
running
something
that
real
were
quick?
trying to like monetize it and be weird. So like just a bunch of the shit posters left, and we made our own group and we just make memes. That's it.
Not to interrupt. I have a question for Jimmy.
What's up?
The people that when you were at my house after you left the tank, who are the people that were you were doing a Discord call with
That wasn't a Discord call. It was a Facebook call, and it was me and a couple of homies.
And me.
Yeah. So Jimmy, are those people you know in real life?
We've never met in real life. It was just like we became internet friends / acquaintances because I'd keep spamming the group saying,
Yeah.
where the fuck is the audition? And then afterwards, like,
I would be
just fun.
cautious. I would be cautious as to the those people that were in that group chat. I don't want you to be subject to like people preying on your
No, I got you.
character. And
believe me.
I don't know if they're in the call with us right now.
We
But,
are. How are we exploiting them?
Definitely, definitely be careful of those people because internet people that might seem like your friends are not necessarily in your best interests.
So when the
That's
whole
totally
point
fair,
of
man.
the whole thing is literally to shout out a mutual friend of ours that we shit posted with over the last 7 years, who died. That's literally the whole point of the whole bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
great and all.
that's
That's
I mean,
great
to
and
be
all.
honest with you,
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
great. That's great and all, but just Jimmy, from a man to man who knows you, who has met you in real life, be cautious of those people, because they might not be in your best interest.
Believe me, like I'm no fool. Like honestly, at this point, you know me. It's like walls up, and it's just me chugging along. And it's like,
keep the people who you know in real life close and who you trust.
Like
But
the people who I know in real life are still like infinitely closer than them, and like no doubt, like they understand because it's like I've fucking lived with these people like my whole life since like I was a kid. So it's like these people are obviously like the most closest.
So the parasocial people that might seem like they're on your side.
Oh, believe me, like I know full well like no stupid shit of like thinking that just because someone's nice to you through a message that like they're all of a sudden your friend and shit like that. Like it's just like high school again. It's like, you know, like people on the internet like just don't really take them at face value because you can't really tell the tone behind a text unless they make it obvious.
Yeah, even if they talk to you through a voice message or some sort of Discord call or whatever call, do not take that for face value and be safe out there because they might not be in your best interest because there are people who are trying to curate content and make you a lolcow for whatever reason, and don't trust no one. I'll tell you that firsthand. So they might be in this space right now. So Just
I'm kind of a lolcow, and I just want to say it's not that bad.
Jimmy's not gonna be a fucking lolcow. That was literally the first thing he fucking asked me to do.
I'm just.
That was literally the first thing he asked me to do was to make sure he doesn't
I'm pretty
become
sure
a
we were
lolcow.
all on the same.
So hold on a second now. Let me speak.
Wait.
Let me speak. Because real quick, man, because I feel like, honestly, I feel like my character's being assassinated a little bit. To be real with you. Like, what the hell is he hissing?
I was talking about myself.
Not
hitting,
you.
I'm
We're not talking about you. I'm just responding to Chris.
I was.
Oh, okay.
No, I would trust Jimmy. This is me to Jimmy right now.
Yeah,
I understand.
You've never met
you
Jimmy
to
IRL,
Jimmy,
so.
and you're the one who makes money off of Fishtank. How much money did Jimmy make off of Fishtank?
No. Hey, guys,
100%.
shut up. Listen, I
don't make money off of Fishtank. I'm talking about Jimmy, who I let in my house, and I've invited him to my house. We've exchanged gifts. I know Jimmy. If you've never met Jimmy in real life, you're discredited 100%. I've met Jimmy, and he's a great guy. And I'm just saying to Jimmy, Chris to Jimmy, I'm just saying be very cautious of people who try to either talk to you in group chats and try to create a community, whatever.
Yeah.
Be very cautious of all of that because it's not real. It's the internet. Unless you meet somebody in real life and you actually do work with them or make plans with them, be very cautious because this is the internet and this is the MDE sphere and this is the internet and it's just be very cautious of that. I've met Jimmy, we've exchanged gifts, we've talked, I'm just telling Jimmy straightforward that be very cautious, make no friends unless you're extremely sure of yourself to trust someone. Just be cautious of that. I don't want you getting fucked over in any way, shape, or form. It's a weird game out there, man. It's a weird game.
I do agree with Chris.